Hello Capricorns, welcome to Timsy's Naked Tarot. Don't worry, Timsy is not naked, the tarot reader is naked, by which I mean I strip out as much astrology as I can by using this plain deck to bring in the star sign or the type of star sign of the person we are doing the read about. Okay, it is a general read, which means it may or may not resonate with you. If it does resonate with you, that is fantastic. If it doesn't resonate with you, don't worry too much. Not every read can resonate with you, but I don't follow any sort of cycle, so next week's one might. Okay. So we are doing a read on the Knight of Wands, which came out on my April 6th All Signs Overview I done. That was the card for you, well, came out, I should say. The Knight of Wands is generally someone who's out for their own interests, out for their own passion, okay? Quite often seen as a player, but just can be just someone who's rushing about, making sure they're getting their job done. Like a delivery driver, for example, they go from place to place, they go up the drive, they drop off the parcel, they knock on your door, they walk off, they've taken a photo of it, they're off onto the next job before you even find the parcel, okay? And so it is a fast energy. What we got going with that is an Ace of Wands, a passionate new beginning, okay? This is what your person is thinking about you, mainly, what they think of you and feel about you. Okay, and the Emperor. Well, this could be them, that could be you. It could be someone who's taking control, expanding their empire, so to speak. Perhaps that delivery driver has just taken on another person and another van, so they can get twice the amount of parcels delivered in the same amount of time. It could be just a divine masculine. We'll see in a second when we see who we are doing a read about. That could quite easily come up as a soulmate or twin flame connection. Those two cards are in that plain deck as well. The way we'll do the read is this is what they are thinking about. This is no, that would normally be that, but this is going to be it's going to be the actions they think they would like to take from what they're thinking about. Okay, and just here is going to be the actions of what they are most likely to take. And I'll pull some more cards out at the end from the universe to tell us what the King of Wands, what actions the universe thinks is most likely to happen, because we all have free will and we can decide to do one thing one day, and when we actually get to that moment, decide to do it a different way. An overall energy card off the bottom of the deck as well, which will give us sort of a clue about what this whole read is about as well. This is about like the path unknown, okay? Wandering about in the dark, so to speak, not knowing what you're doing, where you're going. The Nine of Spades is quite a bit older air sign, maybe 10 to 15 years older than yourself. Could be more, could be a little less. Right, so what they are thinking, or how they are thinking about you at the moment, is the King of Wands. Okay, well, you could very be the person that they are thinking of hiring as another delivery driver for them. Okay, the King of Wands is an entrepreneur, a business owner, someone who puts their passion into things like that. They are very supportive of creative thinking and the like. So perhaps you've offered them a job. Who knows? You might be the Knight of Wands. But it is also someone who is entitled, up their own arse, sort of, it's my way or the highway type attitude. And so we have got a wish coming out with this. The star card, we got, the lovers. Here we go. Right, the tower. Well, yeah, okay. And the ace of swords to clarify in the beginning. And let's just pull these down a bit so you can see them a little bit better. Might be a stand, don't get in the way. Okay, so the star. Well, they could be thinking that you are a guiding light for them. You are what's driving them forward. You are the passion they are desiring. The lovers there is indicating a choice of some description. This choice is going to create a tower. Okay, and they've had an epiphany moment with a clarifying new start at the end. So they're kind of thinking, I just get off this. They're kind of thinking, I want to take a leap of faith towards Capricorn. Okay, I'm involved in something already. and this is going to shake up my life. But I feel and think this is right. What I'm in at the moment isn't right, and what I want to be in is right. And possibly you are some sort of guiding light to them as a star, or it could be just like they've been wishing for something and you are the manifestation for them. Okay? The manifestations of that wish, the embodiment of it, if you will. This could still be love. This could be, there is an indication it could be love. There is a lot of passion involved in it with the cards we've had out, the Ace of Wands, the Knight of Wands, the King of Wands. They're all passionate cards, not necessarily love. It could be lust. But it could still be a business venture or something. Yeah, perhaps you are the one who's asked them to jack in their job and come and drive for you. Yeah, or for them. Okay, or you've asked them to come and drive for you, and they're thinking, yeah, it's a good option, but would it be securing in my life? Would I earn enough money to pay the bills? And they're like, I'm already in a comfortable job where it is doing that, but I am bored with it. Okay. Oh, 2 cards coming out. Okay. Crossing this is the Chariot and the Fool. 2 cards of forward movement. They're definitely thinking of moving somehow. I'm getting the feel they are moving towards you somehow. If your person is a lover, they're going to be more, I don't know, wanting to come towards you, possibly messaging you, possibly going out on dates, possibly a little bit more commitment. There is an element of, I can't believe it's going to happen. I never thought this would happen. It's against the odds with that Chariot. But the Fool is, well, I'm going to go ahead and do it anyway. Okay. So the chances are, if you have talked to this person and offered them a job, they will be taking it from you. There may be conditions. They may have stipulations. But, of course, it's going to be a contract to be formed with them, so that is to be expected. If it's on a love thing, and I don't know, that they are with someone and you've indicated that you are interested in them just as much as they are interested in you, they are thinking of jacking in what they've got and coming towards you. But remember, it's coming from a passionate point of view, not necessarily a love point of view. Okay, so let's see. Let's see what they are, where they would like these actions, these thoughts to go. It's this 7 of Swords. Now, the 7 of Swords is a little bit of treachery. It could be lying. It could be spying on you. It could be they plan on coming in and getting what they want and getting out again, stealing your heart, so to speak. The player side of that Knight of Wands. Or they could be sort of thinking that perhaps that's what you are doing. Okay, so this is the 3 of Wands, the Magician, and the 2 of Swords. Okay, and the 8 of Wands, forward movement again. So they've set the intention. Okay, they're there. They've in their current relationship or job or whatever it may be, and they're thinking, no, I want something different. I want to move forward. I want to go on with something else. Whatever offer you have offered them, and you may not have offered it directly to them. It might be just the fact that you are drop dead gorgeous, and they are thinking, I want a bit of Capricorn. Okay, and you may have just literally offered it by your looks alone. The Magician is a card of making things happen. Okay, in older decks it's called the Cobbler. The Cobbler used to make shoes. It's the first person the Fool, which we had crossing up here, goes to on their journey through the Major Arcana. Obviously, as a cobbler, they're going to get a nice pair of walking shoes off the cobbler so they can go on their journey. As a magician, the Magician has everything that someone needs to get on with life. Okay, they've got all the different suits on that table being presented to whoever wants them. The 2 of Swords is an energy of having to make a difficult decision. Well, this is this truth up here. It's developed into the Two of Swords. And I'm imagining about here will be something what actually ties in with that as well. Just looking at how the energy is flowing at the moment. And so they've realised that they want something different. What they've got isn't what they want. What you're offering is something they want. And again, as I said, this might not be a physical offer you have actually made. This might be just, I don't know, picking up on pheromones. They have to make the decision. If it's not, and it's right underneath this tower as well. This is, the decision is going to be this life-changing moment of theirs, and the lovers can sometimes be a life-changing choice. It's the sort of thing, once I make this choice, I'm not going back to the way I went. Okay, I can sort of talk about this. When I was in my first job, I was there for about 18, 19 years. Yeah, believe it or not, I am that old. And the company went under. And when I left, I went self-employed, and I vowed to myself I would never work in a factory again, or a factory type environment again. So I was self-employed, and then I went into another job, and it was sort of half factory, half a lot of site work, which I quite enjoyed, the travelling around and all that. But that did put a strain on my relationships and the things. And eventually the relationship I was in currently at the time, if that makes sense, I opted to go back to an offer from one of my old workmates, back to the same sort of industry I was in when I first started work, and it was factory work. I lasted about 10 months. Okay, I couldn't stick it after that, and I, luckily for me, got an offer back to where I was working before I left them to go to my mate's job. And well, I went for that because I know that I like that. It might be in the factory for 6 months of the year or something like that, but I've also got that 6 months where I'm out on different sites doing something slightly different, not being stuck in the mundane. And with that, I have decided I'm never going back into a factory job unless I absolutely have to. And so that's the sort of decision that they're making. The Eight of Wands is forward movement. They want to come to, as I said up here with that Chariot and the Fool, they want to come towards you. They're thinking, I'm going to go towards Capricorn. I'm going to go towards Capricorn's offer, whatever Capricorn's offer is. But they're going to come in slightly defensive. As I said, if it's a job offer, they're going to be batting out a contract with you, getting what they want from it as well as what you want from it, or trying to get as much as what they want from it. And that is this Seven of Wands, this defensiveness. The Seven of Wands can also be the expectations of a momentous life change coming in. Okay, defending something to create this life change to come in. And that's what is being suggested with the cards above, with their current way of thinking about you. So let's have a look at this Strength card. The Strength card is, in reality, there is fear. There is fear of it not panning out the way they want it to, and they're getting strength to try to make it pan out the way they want it to. Okay. And they're also trying to get strength to get what they want, I feel, from it. Okay, the Ten of Pentacles, the Four of Cups, the Queen of Cups, and the Nine of Cups. Okay, so in reality, that star, what started all these little ones off, is bookended by this Nine of Cups, which is the minor arcana of the star. Actually, it's a wish. It's also emotional fulfillment. But we got the Ten of Pentacles to start with. Let's start where we're starting. We got the Ten of Pentacles to start with. It's having it all. Okay, it's generational wealth going down from one family to another, or one from father to son, parents to children, that sort of thing. So, like, your future generations don't have to worry about finances. It's all sorted by whatever you're undertaking now, currently. You've got that all together. The Four of Cups is, I'm feeling it's kind of like a hermit. They've taken a step back. They're not rushing into this. They're sort of thinking about it, dreaming their way through what could be. They're musing over it at the moment. And that's what their actions will be. So right now, you're not going to hear anything off them. But within the deadline you may have given them, or a week or two, they will come forth and pursue what they want, either way round. If they decide to stay where they are, or if they decide to come towards you, Capricorn, they will. They're just taking a little time to weigh up the pros and the cons. With the Queen of Cups, here is a little hint of love. One of the few hints of love we've had in this read. They will be communicating with you. They will be telling you, but normally it's telling them, it's communication about how you feel, okay, your emotions and things like that. But this is what they want, okay. They want to make sure that what you are offering is going to be long-term and a commitment of some description. The Nine of Cups. And this could be, again, reflecting that you may be in that Knight of Wands energy. They may just perceive you as a bit of a player. You're just trying to come in to get what you want. And they're thinking, I want something a little bit more long-term out of this. I want to express exactly what I want right from the offset. If you can't deliver, Capricorn, this ain't going anywhere. But they have been wishing for it. As I said up here, it is a manifestation which they want. And you are that manifestation, you embodied into the 3D world. Crossing it is Justice. It's, again, it possibly is that whole contract thing coming up. They want it legally binding and everything, but it's also a case of balance. They want things to be balanced. They want an even give and take out of this situation. So if it's a job situation, they don't want you ripping them off, Capricorn. Or they're going to be offering you a 50-50 share in the business or something like that. So the universe is saying, haha, yes, this is definitely a manifestation. Okay? The universe is saying here, what's most likely to happen is someone's been wishing for something. I've granted it. Okay? Now it's up to you to do what you want with it. It's like signs. Okay, signs are there all the time. Most of us are just too blind to see them. And if we do see them, we are too uneducated to actually interpret what they mean. I will be covering a lot more of this in my new signs playlist I am thinking of and in the current process of formulating into a series. Okay, but the wishes are there. You wish for things and they're quite often granted, but they're not always granted in the way you thought they would be. Thus, you miss them. Okay? For instance, we all have lots of slang words for currency. You Americans call dollars bucks. We call pounds quids. Now, the universe, you might have asked for all the bucks you're ever going to need. Okay, in life, and you might find that every morning there is a new baby deer or a yearling deer in your garden, because that's all the bucks you're ever going to need. Okay, there'll be a male deer, obviously, it's a buck. And so the Ten of Wands in reverse, that Chariot again, the Six of Cups, the contract I'm talking about, and the diplomacy and indecision of it. Okay, so the wish itself was, I don't want to be burdened anymore. Okay. Now, this could be coming from your side. I don't want to be burdened in this whole job offer thing, which I think this is more of a job offer than a love interest. I don't want to be burdened anymore. I don't want to be doing it all myself. Okay. I'm shedding the burdens. I'm getting someone else on to help me. Whatever your business may be. I'm talking about delivery drivers. Your business might be a florist, or, well, perhaps you're a fishmonger. I don't know. Don't ask me where fishmonger come from. It just popped into my head. The Chariot is forward movement again and getting the victory against all the odds. That is the wish being granted. Okay, I grant you the wish. I have presented you with this older air sign who can be the person you need, or vice versa. The older air sign wished and they have presented you, Capricorn, with your job offer. Okay, the Six of Cups, you do have to make a contract. Okay, you're going to have to make this contract balanced and fair for both parties. There will be indecision about it, and that will be just contract making in general. You will bat out what you want from the contract and what you don't want from a contract. And let's face it, most people do the job interview, get the contract, sign it, and carry on their way. And 90% of the time, there's never an issue. But there's other people who read through the contracts and extract the bits they don't want or don't think are fair and add in bits they do want and do think is fair, and then they give it back to the employer, and they will have a look at it and they will weigh it up and they will manipulate these suggestions and things to suit them to get what they want, and you're trying to suit you to get what you want. It's a contract. It's basically you two are battering out a contract of some description. Now that could be a job interview contract, a new job. It could be, I don't know, I can't think what they're called. When you get a prenuptial. Okay, not that I really think this is much to do with love, but it is definitely more to do with business. It could be some sort of legal contract. Yeah. Crossing it is the 7 of Wands. Again, it's this defensiveness. There is someone holding back within this contract, this job offer, this commitment, this union you two are having. They're being a little defensive, and it is, again, a momentous life change coming through, but resulting in it will be happiness. Now, this was the card which would have been crossing that one. Yeah. The last time the 7 of Wands come out, I didn't show it last time. I had a look as I was putting the 7 of Wands back in and I saw it, but it's come out again. Okay, so, and since then it's been shuffled at least twice, shuffled for this little read here and shuffled for this bit here, and it's managed to come back to where it was when it first came out. Sorry about that. So this defensiveness is the defensiveness of, I want everything to be out in the open, clear and honest right from the offset. That's what this sun is saying. Okay, it's the moon card here. You're going down a path unknown, or they're going down a path unknown. They want it all cleared up. They want it all lit up for them. It would take them to a calmer, more level place. It would take you to a calmer, more level place. Things will change. Yeah, things will die and things will be reborn. This will be their situation there already in Capricorn will die, and a new situation with you will be reborn in its place. Jesus Christ. Crossing this is the world. It is a big brand new start. Well, we kind of knew that. We've had an Ace of Wands out. We've had an Ace of Swords out. And Judgment there is just going to be deemed something. I'm getting, again, something from the past. This could be going back to an old, as I have never told that story on any of my tarot reads about my work. Yeah, and in that, I went back to something that was similar from my past, and then I went back to a job I had previously left. Okay, it could be like that. You could have been working together in the past, and you are now going back to that because you know that you do work together, but maybe this time they want the contract a bit better. You want the contract a bit better, so it's more even, more fair. Which then brings us to the moon. I wouldn't have normally had these last two cards. I normally stop at 5, but I'll bring those two out. Which is the moon, which is bringing us right back to this overall energy here. Yeah, this is a little bit of an unknown. Yes, you may have worked together before in the past, but there's unknown elements. You have changed. You have grown older. You have become more wise, more savvy. Again, savvy is not a word I will use. I don't know why. I'll throw the Ace of Pentacles on there as well. Oh my God, I could just keep going through this bottom deck. I'm going to stop there. The Ace of Pentacles is going to be a founded new start. Okay, this foundation, or this tower which is being ripped down, is going to have a nice solid foundation to build anew upon. So that is your read, Capricorns. Hopefully it resonates with you. If it does, that is fantastic. If it doesn't, as I said at the beginning, don't worry. Not every read can resonate with you. Next week's one might. I don't follow any sort of cycle. I'd just like to quickly say thank you to any of you who have subscribed to my channel. I'd like to say thank you to any of you who have liked this video or any other videos, and I will say especially big thank yous to those who comment, because, well, it gives me something to look forward to reading your comments. It makes me feel a little bit better knowing that it's actually helped someone somewhere down the line. So thank you very much. I will catch you all soon, and I hope you have a wonderful week.